I travelled 1,700 miles from Glasgow to Morocco to understand human experience through strangers. I want to ask them the most raw, open-ended questions like, what is love? What is happiness? What does it mean to be rich? And everything else in between, told through daily Moroccan life. I'm excited to see what we have in store.
I found myself stranded on the roof of a concrete car park in a remote surf village. Below me, the town looked half-built, with exposed bricks, tight alleyways, and staircases that seemed to lead nowhere. I was in Taghazout, Morocco. I reached the square. The town burst into life. Car horns blared. Grills hissed as meat hit hot metal. Surfboards scraped along the pavement as they were being dragged back to what felt like 50 different surf shops. In that noise and motion, I felt totally alone, and strangely, very alive. I booked the flight less than 24 hours before takeoff. Because my life felt stagnant, I wanted answers. So I came here to ask strangers about happiness, about wealth, and about love. Night 1, I walk into Munga and meet Ayub from Casablanca. I told him that I was an interviewer. He said, "Let me show my people right." From that moment, he filmed this entire project for free because he wanted the world to see Morocco, the Morocco he knows. I met Joanna, an English yoga teacher who married a Moroccan man and moved to the hills. Anas, a French Moroccan mechanic, says, "Be someone you'd want to love. Be happy to find happy." Badr owns, or at least works, in a hostel. At some point the mic flips on me. Ayub asks me, "So David, what is wealth to you?" I start to answer and realise I'm here to learn that exact thing.
What is your name?
Joanna.
And what do you do?
I'm a yoga teacher.
What does it mean to be happy?
Very good question. I think happiness is content rather than just being super happy all the time. So just feeling balanced, feeling accepting of where you are.
Has your perspective of happiness changed since you moved to Morocco?
I've found that different things, well, it's probably the same things that make me happy, but I've actually realised what they are. So I love nature, I like swimming in water, I like growing things, so I have a garden now, grow my food, I swim nearly every day.
Does money make you happy?
A certain amount of money, enough money to do the things I want to do. So I want to be healthy, I want to eat well, I want to be able to do things, I want to see friends, and I like to go out sometimes. But extreme wealth doesn't enough.
What does love mean here?
Love. So I think love, I've come to realise, is about caring about somebody else, probably more than yourself. So not necessarily putting you first, but their welfare is yours. That's in your own welfare.
Are women and men the same?
I don't think so. I don't think they're as different as people would like to lead us to believe, and it could be the way we're all brought up. Who knows? And the sucking issue, genetic about it as well. But I think probably most human beings, in my experience, they want to love, they want to be loved, they want to be content, they want somewhere to live that's safe.
How does it feel, or what does it mean to be an English woman in Morocco?
Well, there's been lots of sides to that I found quite interesting. So, I'm Western, I'm white. I was brought up in the southwest of England where most people are white. Changing a bit now, but as I grew up, so I was kind of the norm. And I don't think I've really, and I probably still don't really understand racism. But I do get treated differently here because I'm white.
For better or for worse?
Well, I mean, just differently, and things I don't like. I mean, people will always ask me for money. They assume that I've got lost money that I want to give them. And I found that, and I stand out. You know, people will look at me. I sometimes have had children staring and that kind of thing, which I wasn't used to. But I've also think it's quite good for me to experience that, because for some people that's their life all the time.
When you hold such an opinion in the UK of Moroccan immigration, the diss it or try and prohibit it, given that you have done the inverse of that, whereby I've seen English women arrive in Morocco.
Yeah.
How did your community in England perceive it?
I think a lot of people thought I was a bit crazy. People were fearful for me. I mean, there are still friends who say to me, "Is it safe for women in Morocco?"
Is it?
I think it's very safe. I think it's because you're safer. Certainly in this community, I would say safer than parts a bit under. So I think there's a lot of trust, a lot of respect for women, actually. You know, the men are very respectful, generally. I mean, it's a little bit different in Taghazout because it's a touristy place, and that there are certain young men on the beach who are opportunists, of course. But generally, I would say that men are very respectful there.
Are Islamic or Muslim women treated superstitious?
I think very much so. Very, very much. Yeah. So there's this kind of image of women being shut away, that they have to wear their head coverings, but they don't have to. It's choice. I mean, maybe it's social pressure, but I don't think. I think women are very well accepted.
Do you have friends or have experience in those communities? You do?
Only, yes, a little bit, not a huge amount, because I don't speak the local language very well. I've got a few words, but I find it difficult. So communication is difficult, but my experience using local women is very friendly. Yeah, I mean, everybody can't really fault it in that way. It's very, very community-minded. There's a great community. And again, I think you've lost that was in the UK.
Yeah. I believe so. I think in the UK at the moment there's a huge sense of identity politics, and either the political spectrum or the gender spectrum or the age spectrum. I think we are more divisive than ever before, but those in the UK find a lot of sense in belonging in this polarised sense of identity. Whereas here I feel that whether it's a stranger who's picking you up on the side of the street, a surf coach who's lending you a board, there are more similarities and diversities, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Like I'm reminded of a quote I love, is that we have more in similar than we do different. We all share the same sky. Yeah. And I feel like here in Morocco and Taghazout, everyone is appreciative of the same landscape, the same infrastructure. Yeah. We are all like common users, whereas in the UK, people hold on to their identity. Yeah, so I was saying this to you earlier, it's taking me 2 or 3 days, and it's a shame because I'm leaving soon, to almost sweat out this idea of productivity, and what it means to be worthy enough for rest. I think that specifically if you're like a type A person working in a capitalistic society, you tie productivity and what place closer together. Yeah. And you have to earn your rest, yes. But being is enough. Yeah. We're human beings, not human doings. Yes. And I think being here, unfortunately, it's taken me a few days to remind myself or put myself that before I head back to Stilton.
The craziness again. Yeah.
And just to wrap up, in summation, Joanna, what's your origin story?
My origin story. I was born into a privileged family. My parents worked very hard. That we have food. We had a house. I had a loving family, with siblings. So yeah, I had a happy childhood. I never quite knew what I wanted to do with my life. I was very traditional, got married, had children, worked part-time, looked after the children, looked after the home. And then I think everything went a little bit wrong when the children didn't eat anymore because they kind of become dependent. And I felt like, if you have any words, I think go back to what they're saying. And I lost my way a bit. And then I've been practicing yoga for a while, but then I decided to get deeper into yoga and the teachings of yoga and all that it represents kind of resonated with me, and that to me is a big turning point. I would have liked to have found it all fit seen him, but
we're never
life's a
fully
journey.
and we're never fully formed. There's probably going to be other moments of realization that
Yeah.
he's going to have.
Yeah.
And like through this podcast and traveling, I get to interview people like yourself and others, and directly and indirectly I get to learn those lessons. So
Yeah.
Joanna, I'm very grateful for your story and what you're here. Are we done? Number one, that was amazing. I love that.
Great.
I love that.
My other interviewee, Anas, a French-Moroccan mechanic who runs a street brand called No Face, No Name, which is why you don't see his face in this video.
What do you do?
I try to live in peace.
What does it mean to be happy?
I think happiness comes from inside, not the outside.
What does that mean?
Like, if you chase happiness, you're not gonna be happy in your life. But if you find happiness inside of you, like if you love yourself and you know yourself, you love all of your qualities and the default. Yeah, you can be happy, for sure.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
What makes you happy?
Now I understand all my past was for a reason. Now I understand why, and I feel more in peace with myself and with others, and I just enjoy the simple things in life, like laughing with my family, my friends, explore the countries all around the world, and yeah, smell flowers, feel the sun, feel the wind. Every morning I wake up and I'm grateful to have my two hands, my 2 feet, my eyes to see, my tongue to feel the taste, everything. I'm very grateful. I'm very lucky. I think when you have all these things and you have a top over your head and a bed and food to eat, like a safe place and food to eat, you are very lucky. I feel lucky.
What does it mean to be rich?
This question for me, it's very close to Shakespeare, be or not to be. If you can be rich, financial, like you have a lot of money and a lot of materials, a lot of houses, but you can be very poor in your mind, in your life, in your lifestyle, and you can be not happy. You can be sick, and you can be poor, financial, and very rich in your mind and in your heart. Like you are very smart, very kind with people, very kind with yourself, very present and connected with others and the presence and the environment.
What does it mean to love? Or what does love mean to you?
Wow. I think love is very powerful things and very pure things. It's very rare rare to find people who know what is it love. Truly, the love is not just about loving woman or man or woman loving men. It's more deep. Yeah, it's about first to love yourself unconditionally, to know yourself. Yeah.
If you love yourself, you're able to love other people.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't love yourself, you can't love other people.
You can love other people, but sometimes you can be jealous of others. But if you love yourself more than 100%, you can't be jealous. Yeah.
Thank you. What is your name?
Emma. My
What-
name is Emma.
Where are you from?
Italy.
What does it mean to be happy?
I think for happiness, I think about like good style, good life, good time, good family. Yes.
Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy. Yes.
What makes you happy?
Everything, like the vibes, the family, my mom here, Taghazout, surfing. Yes, like this.
What does it mean to be rich to you?
I think for be rich, like for me, it's have good time with friends, good job.
What is your job?
Now I didn't work. I just only travel. Yes, because I really love meet people, speak with people. Yes, say stories in another life. Yes.
What does it mean to love, or what does love mean to you?
Love is like kindness. Penso che l'amore sia fatto di tanti gesti, prendersi cura dell'altra persona, pensare all'altra persona, rispettarla, rispettare i suoi limiti, and communication, capire l'altra persona, empatia.
When do you feel love?
I feel love when I stay with people and these people he have respect for me, and I feel freedom. I can are really Emma. It's me, without nothing, without limits, without
Mask?
mask. Yes, yes. It's like this.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you too. Really, thank you. Shukran, Zev.
Shukran. What is your name and what do you do?
I am Badr, like the host in this hostel. Like I give service like surf instructor, and I am hosting like this hostel, like managing like all the things with some friends. And what is more? That's it.
What does it mean to be happy?
The happiness is like to keep yourself doing or staying in the things make you comfort, and you share happiness, or like you share like the things make everyone keep the smile, you know.
What makes you happy?
Living next to the sea, and also helping people.
What does it mean to be rich?
The first things make you rich or keep rich. Like I think that things in your mind first. Like rich, helping people, like maybe your family or someone you know, like how, like that. I think you be rich.
Are you rich?
Not really rich. Rich in my mind.
Rich in your mind?
Yeah.
What are the main differences between men and women?
The things between the man and the woman, like the man, he finished the woman, and the woman, she like complete the woman. Between man and the woman there is some things, like if there is the things in the woman, like the man, like nothing in this life. The same for the woman.
So men have what women don't have, and
Yes.
women have what?
Yeah, and your question, what is the difference?
Yeah.
like the woman is like something like not really strong. Like the feeling of the woman is not like the man. You know, here in Morocco, for example, in my family, like the woman is like the queen. We don't like to keep her like. We try to don't keep her work a lot or try to do something like make her feel bad or something. We keep the man always to do the hard things and the job and give money and the stuff, you know?
Do you think women should work hard?
Yeah, sometimes like independent if the life easy or hard for her, you know? Because sometimes you find here in Morocco, you find the woman like without husband, maybe he die or something, and there is small family, and we need someone to give money and stuff for the babies, you know, to bring food and stuff. I think that make the things harder for women. Like that's hard work, you know.
Thank you, Badr.
You're welcome, my friend.
Hello, David. Welcome to your podcast. So, what's your name and what do you do?
My name's David McIntosh, and I collect origin stories, and I do that through a series of interviews.
So, how do you define love?
For me, love is a feeling where you feel like your own heart is in another body. And you can love things, people, and experiences. And what I've realised about love and its sensation is that it feels like a joy that you do not own.
All right.
It's shared amongst you and a person, or you and an object, or you and a pet, or you and an experience or location.
So, what does it mean to be rich?
I think different people have different definitions of rich. There are groups of people that place it on finance and money and stability, and others find the same level of security and stability in themselves and their character and their people and their community and their sense of identity. I feel rich when I am doing what I love with people I love doing it with, on my own terms. I feel very loved when I'm able to do that, and I feel very loving when I can do that for other people.
Do you think there is a difference between men and women?
There are complexities in the West at the moment around gender and sex, and I think from the biological sense, I think there is a difference between male and female. In the UK and in the West, gender is more self-descriptive, and I think it's better to talk about what men and women have in common than a difference. And I think we all live under the same sky, we all share the same infrastructure, the same planet, and I think there are complementary aspects of traditional descriptions of men and women. I think if we were to reduce it to masculine and feminine, I think masculine is very strong and holds steady in environments, and I think feminine, which is usually attributed to women, is around creativity and free-flowing and nature and nurture and softness and compassion and empathy and sympathy. So I think there is a lot of difference from the traditional point of view, and we also have a lot in common. I think we're very equal as humans.
Yeah, of course we are very equal. But in the sense of complementary, being complementary, do you think like men complete women?
I don't think they complete them, but I think they complement them.
Okay.
I think society is designed to be homogenous, to interact, and whether it is men and women or different age groups or different nationalities, we all bring a different unique experience and personality and knowledge that, like a jigsaw, plugs into each other's lives. And I think specifically around men and women, they operate in the most complete form when they do connect, and they're not divisive, and they're not arguing, and they're not claiming that one is worse than the other. I think we can only become a homogenous and thriving society when men and women work together in parallel, using their own personality and strengths, opposed to being enemies and divisive.
What do you think of Morocco?
I have learnt a very new lesson about Morocco. I think what I consumed online and when I received advice from friends around Morocco. They said, be careful. First of all, they said, watch the weather, it's too warm, you're ginger, you'll burn. I'm pink. But beyond that, they said it's quite dangerous, and they warned me around the Islamic nature of the country. They warned me about theft and crime, and I've came here and I've experienced none of that. I've found that the people are very patient, very forgiving, very generous, very selfless. You can leave your belongings and no one will steal it. You can forget money or forget to pay for something and they trust you to come back within 2 days. They care about the wellness of the community, so they don't stand for theft or crime. They actually fight against it because they want to protect and preserve the communal nature of Taghazout in this area. I think the landscape is brilliant, the waves are amazing, the food is incredible, and I don't think it will be the last time I come here. I think I will visit many times.
So what do you think about the UK? What is it like living in the UK? Or in
The UK is a very challenging time at the moment. We have the difficult nature of the economy at the moment, which means it's very expensive to live on low-paid jobs. The housing market's quite expensive, and the cost of utilities and energy and food is at an all-time high. That plus this fragmentation and divisive nature of different societal groups, whether it's gender, whether it's politics, whether it's sexuality, whether it's ideology. There is no sense of what it means to be British, or even where I come from, Scottish at the moment, as there seems to be different teams playing different matches, looking for a different result, with no one ever really equaling the scoreboard at the moment.
Yeah.
And when I come here to Morocco, it seems like whether it's the tourists who are multinational and from different backgrounds, or it's the locals, there's a sense of community here. And I think maybe the United Kingdom could find more community in the similarities that we have opposed to the differences that we agonise against at the moment. So it's very difficult, but I'm very proud to be Scottish. I love my local city, Glasgow. It's full of culture, great food, humour, music. The landscape is amazing. The weather is good at times, and the people make Glasgow, they say, but it's a very challenging time for the UK. But I think richness and happiness comes with perspective. So if we focus on the great things that bring us and unite the UK, I think we can thrive in the future again.
Did you have any guest that has marked your career, that has marked your experience in the podcast sector?
All of them. It's very difficult. I think I treat every story as a gift, but not yours to keep. And every time someone comes on the podcast, especially here in Morocco, I feel like people are giving me gifts. So I appreciate them all. And I think Jimmy Carr was a very special one for me, because of how much I liked him and I adored him as a comedian. But he also was very generous with his time and his lessons. We shared a moment around talking about both losing our mothers. We both lost our mothers when we were in our 20s, and he asked about my mum, and he paused on the episode to allow her to be represented in that, and that was a special moment I'll never forget.
So what does it mean to be happy?
I think what I've learned is the ability to be happy is to enjoy the passage of time. And I think modern society convinces that we'll be happy when. So we become anticipatory. We anticipate I will be happy when I have a bigger house, a bigger car, a better job, a more gorgeous girlfriend. And we anticipate being happy in the future, and we never really arrive there. And I think true happiness is it's more internal than it is external. You can be happy with a coffee as much as you can be happy with a yacht. And if you build the internal security around what happiness means, and are able to embody and sit in a period of time or location and enjoy that experience for what it is without anticipating the future or ruminating on the past. Being able to sit and enjoy right now is happiness. And you can do that with £1 million in the bank, or you can do it with £1 in the bank. And from all the interviews I've learned from, I believe this is true. It's the common thread from every interview is that money doesn't make you happy, status doesn't make you happy, things don't make you happy. I think being able to enjoy the internal locus of control over your environment and your perception of that environment is the ultimate source of happiness.
Yeah. It was really nice interviewing you on your podcast.
It was a pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
I realise I came here to interview Morocco, but it seems like Morocco interviewed me. Ayub, thank you for filming this, for nothing but pride. Anas, thank you for finding poetry in the small stuff. Badr and the hostel crew for your welcome. Ahmed for teaching me about the waves. Lucy and Theo for joining me. And to the locals for the food, the laughter, the skateboards at the time. And to the part of me that booked this flight when I didn't feel brave. Taghazout left me with 3 truths: that wealth is time, shared, not hoarded. Happiness is simple, conversation, family and sun. Love is presence to show up, not just to say it. Shukran, Morocco, thank you for teaching me what it means to feel alive.